And we're live.
Hello.
Hi.
Hello.
And this is The World Stirred, our D&D 5th edition game using the Plane Shift module for Plane Shift Zendikar. And so who do we have playing tonight?
Hello, everyone. I'm Kepchak, and I'll be playing Tut Tut the Goblin, who is a rogue and who is currently very, very nervous about everything.
I am Shogun. I will be playing Moirak, the con man. And yeah. And he's currently angry at everything.
I'm Darren. I'll be playing Asha, the core cleric of light. And she is currently just trying to get by and make sure that no one dies.
And I'm Shannon. I'm playing Dazim, the vampire bard, who is, I guess, the resident crab translator and just translator in general right now, who wants to stab things, but her friends won't let her. So
Crab
You
operator in
stabbed
chief.
something. You
Yes.
stabbed
you have to
something.
stab all
But
the
that
things.
was me. You stabbed me.
It sure was.
And we
It's
will get
something,
to
it
that.
counts.
We will get to that in context. I am Jenny, and I'm going to be the DM tonight slash babysitter slash god of crabs. And I think Darren was going to do our recap. Our last session was actually 2 weeks ago because we were all kind of sick at the same time. So let's see if we can remember what happened.
All right, so we picked up from the session before that with a slurping from above in the ceiling of the room that we were in. There were intestines, so we got the hell out of Dodge. Saw that the rest of the dungeon had bronze walls, crude stonework. We followed some slimes, trails, and stains. We realized that the dungeon was rearranging sort of like the Hogwarts stairs as a hidden mechanism changed the layout. We found a room with a boulder trap, which smashed through the lower floor and wall and allowed us access to essentially an ancient Aztec ball court with a magic floating ball that we had to corral into some hoops, and we played some ball. We did some Space Jam. My character found a magic vuvuzela, and we eventually made it into a room with a lot of rat-themed stuff. There were stuffed rats and statues of rats, and following that path, we found a mechanism connected to a sort of like calendar stone with an altar, and or sort of miniature figures like there were at the beginning of the dungeon. The calendar stone had 4 seasons on it, and we realized that as these calendar stone moved to the different seasons, the layout of the dungeon changed. So after some deliberation and trying to sacrifice things on the altar to no avail, Tuk messed with the mechanism and opened it, and there was a door inside the mechanism. Ooh. And that's where my notes end.
Was there magma in this room? Am I remembering that correct?
That was actually, you guys went back down the hallway, changing stairs, and you came across the balcony. As you looked over the balcony, there was some lava.
Okay.
So one thing that did happen, last time we played, was that you guys did see the inside of the room, and what you saw in there. I've actually, since that was where we left off. If you're watching this, if you're catching up, I am actually changing the room slightly, so just they didn't remember anyway. Inside the room, you see a large statue of some sort of deity. It's shaped like a rat, humanoid rat type thing. It has glowing crystal eyes, and in front of it is a very realistic panther.
Can I do a religion check? See if I know what sort of iconography this is.
Yes, you can.
Can I throw the crab at the statue?
Okay,
Okay,
Darren, would you?
that is a 21.
Okay, so you remember that this is evocative of the type of religious iconography you saw on the altar and on the calendar stone, and it is carved with the same sort of reverence that the small doll-like statues of the other deities that you saw. It's similar to those. However, for known religions, and you're pretty confident with your grasp of modern religion, this is unlike things that exist in the world today.
This is an old religion. I'm not familiar with it, but whoever made this monument did it with care.
What kind of religion would worship a weird humanoid rat thing?
Rat people?
Rat people?
people.
Actually, I want you to make a Shan. This is you. Actually, I need you to make a wisdom save. I need you actually to make a sanity save, which is wisdom.
Okay. This is gonna go great. Oh no, this is a 3.
Okay.
Natural.
So you're actually going to take a point of a point off your insanity, which is like a stat that we did roll up. So just write somewhere in your character sheet that if I ever have you make another sanity save, subtract 1 from that roll.
Okay.
So your sanity stat right now is -1.
Oh, good.
And you feel compelled to approach it.
Well, I guess I'm gonna wander on up because that just seems like a good idea right now.
It's just,
I throw the crab now.
you throw the crab.
I'm gonna throw the crab at the statue so that if there's any dangerous things, it kills the crab instead of Thazim.
No! Not the crab!
Crab!
So as you do that, Thazim, I want you to make a dexterity save.
Okay. This'll go well. I'm good with this.
By
Okay,
the way,
so that's
oh,
a
sorry.
4.
Yeah.
Well, technically, no, it's a 5. But
You get
still.
hit with the crab.
Oh, good.
Yes.
Capjack resubbed, which means he gets to give a is it inspiration? Is that correct? I think.
Nat 20.
A nat 20 to one player of his choice.
Wait, what is this from?
From he resubscribed to the Twitch channel.
Oh,
Woo!
okay. I was like, I didn't think you were a wizard. Anyway.
Okay.
Yeah.
Heads or tails?
Tails.
Okay, Jenny, you have a nat 20 to use against us at some point.
Oh no!
Cool.
Let's make it
Noted.
interesting.
Yeah, noted. So as Kazim approaches the large rat man statue and is unfazed by the crab-ish projectile, you can actually see what looks like a beam of moonlight. She passes through what looks like a beam of moonlight coming from above.
I recollect the crab.
I don't like the moonlight. Can I cast Detect Magic? I'm just gonna burn the spell slot for it.
I feel like maybe a better first step. I'm just gonna tell you that.
Tell me that what?
I'm just gonna go ahead and tell you that one for free. I feel like there might be a better first step.
Zoom, stop!
I'm not
Probably
going
a
over
good
there.
idea.
So Darren, are you casting detect magic?
Yes. I would like to burn the spell slot for it.
Okay, do it.
All right. I open my eyes, and what is glowing, and what kind of magic is it?
So primarily, the statue, as you might have expected, is glowing with a faint aura of magic that you recognize as abjuration.
All right. Thazim, don't touch that statue. I would like to try and intercept Thazim while avoiding the beam of moonlight.
Okay, I mean, Kazim is not, like, charmed right now.
Oh.
So
no, like
Kazim
I
can
can
make
still be
actions.
like, oh, okay. I thought I was sort of like
No,
the
you're not
rat
charmed.
statue. Guys, it's just a rat statue. It's like really cool, and I want to get a closer look. In fact, I want to get those gems in its eyes if I can.
It's got protective magic on it. If you touch it, you might blow up. It might blow up, or it might blow us all up.
Curse! Don't touch it.
Don't. If anything, we should throw. Honestly, Moirak was right. We should probably throw something at it first.
Got it. The theme, duck.
No crab.
Yep, crab.
All right. I guess I don't.
I frisbee the crab.
You're frisbeeing the crab at the statue.
Correct. That was the
All right, everybody
original
make
target.
a dex save.
Okay.
All right.
Well, that's not
That-
great.
Is a 6.
Okay, what was that?
That was a 6.
I got a
23.
total of a 21
10.
because awesome barbarians.
So it explodes.
Which
And
does? The crab or
so
Statue.
no, the whole statue just explodes.
I was right.
I was right.
So if you Fazim was the only one who failed, right?
I think
I
so.
got a 10.
You passed here.
Oh.
Okay. You're gonna take 20 fire damage.
Oh, good.
Everybody else is halved.
Ooh,
10
that's
fire
awesome. That means I take 5 because I'm also
Yes.
resistant against fire
That's-
damage.
That's
All
half.
right, I am down.
All right. I'm gonna cast Healing. Or I guess I can just run up and cast Cure Wounds at like a regular human being. Except I'm not a human being. I'm gonna cast Cure Wounds at first level. Oh,
Okay.
cool. That is 12 hit points of healing to you, Fazim.
I will take it.
Can I find the crab?
The crab actually sort of wobbles over. Fortunately, he went inside his shell and is completely protected, 100% unharmed.
Okay, then I'm gonna strap him to my arm like a bracer. If he's that tough.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Sure. So, Asha, as you go over to where Thazim was, closer to the statue, where she sort of got the full brunt of this statue that exploded into a fiery inferno, which is now out, by the way. Its flames have extinguished themselves, and the statue
Alright.
is intact. You actually notice that you are also sort of kneeling in that ray of moonlight.
I pull Fazim out while casting Cure Wounds. It's like,
Okay. Sure.
Hey, smarty people. Are traps like that only one-time use, or would it happen again?
Arcana check.
Sure.
Whoa, not good. I think it's a 9. No, it's an 8.
Okay, well it only does fire stuff anyway, so
I don't
you say,
know.
You think this is probably yes or no?
Good
It's
enough.
either going to explode again or not.
All
You're
right,
fairly
I jump
certain of
on it
that.
and I'm gonna pry those gems out with my axe.
All right. I need everybody to make a dex save.
All right. What are the odds that I roll poorly again? Oh, they're good. I got a
13.
5.
18.
13.
I keep
All right.
rolling natural ones.
And I'm rolling really good. Sorry,
Alright.
guys. Bye. All right. So, anybody? Did anybody get under 10?
The
Under
same.
what? 10? No.
Yeah, under 10, I got a 5 again.
Okay. So that's gonna be 18. Anybody who saved is 9.
Is the Zim dead now?
The Zim is not.
Is probably
The Zim is
down again.
unconscious again.
Yeah.
If it's like, what, if I lose health greater than my max health or something?
Yes.
What is it?
So if you take damage that puts you into negatives higher than your maximum, say for example your maximum hit points are 8, you are a cleric at 4 hit points and you take 13 damage, you go to -9 hit points, which is higher than your maximum, so you die instantly.
Okay, I'm not dead
I
instantly, I'm just
don't
knocked out.
do that rule.
Oh.
So don't worry
Oh.
about it. I think it's unfun. I don't do it. I'm not gonna kill your character probably.
Do I get the gem?
Yes, you will say you got one of them.
Cool, I jump off him. All right, I'm
Alright.
good. I stick that in my pocket.
I'm gonna
It's a
cast
big-
Cure Wounds.
It's a gigantic, like, humongous, polished diamond
Yes.
cut ruby.
I'll pay for your suffering here.
Plastic surgery to repair your.
Um,
All right,
casting
let's get
Cure
the
Wounds
heck out of
again.
here.
It's 9 hit points.
Alright, doing good.
I'm getting close to hitting that goblin plan B of dig. So, if you can't figure out something useful with the
sure.
statue, I'm going into the into the last room, and I'm just gonna dig.
It's just our eventually.
Yeah. Maybe we'll find some nummy rocks on the way.
Oh, I don't have 3rd level spells yet. Damn it. I'm trying to spell now. For this 3rd level spell.
So,
So,
I'm gonna sit down like cross-legged and let Asha figure out if she's got any plans. I'll say.
What's
You're the
past
smart
statue?
person.
So,
I am
tech.
not the smartest.
You have rather high passive perception, correct?
Oh yeah, 18.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay, so as you're sort of walking around amidst this stupidity, you idly look up and you realize there's a big old hole in the ceiling.
We should go up instead.
Does it go all the way?
It seems to go up to a whole nother floor.
But no sky.
No, there's a ceiling above it.
Where's the moonbeam coming from?
There, the hole is coming down. It's lit up there. Literally.
Well, I got rope and a grappling hook.
Her.
Let's try that. What's the worst that could happen to me? I die? Like, just keep coming back.
I can't.
cockroach.
I will say it's kind of difficult to keep pulling you back from the brink. It's been taking a toll on my endurance.
Well, it's not my fault that I'm especially susceptible to explosions, apparently.
Yes.
Have you tried not being?
I have, and you know, it just hasn't been. It's as if there's a strange polyhedral device that determines whether or not I'm okay.
Wouldn't that be the damnedest thing?
Yeah.
Interesting.
All
All
right.
right. Let's get out of the blast radius.
You mean like Asha's caster thing? Asha's caster thing is doing this, I knew it.
It's not me. It's not me. My thing is keeping her.
That's suspicious.
Give me all the rope and the grappling hook.
Here you go.
Thank you. Okay. I've got a stupid plan.
Oh
Oh
no.
no.
Okay.
Oh.
So what I want to do is first everyone get away. Go
This is-
away.
Okay.
Exit the blast radius.
Yes.
Mhm.
Okay. I am going to jump on top of the statue
Mm-hmm.
and use the explosion to blast myself upward.
Okay.
And I'm going to use the crab as a shield to protect myself as much as possible from the blast.
Before he does this, I'm going to cast guidance on him.
Okay,
You get to
thank
add
you.
1d4 to an ability check of choice for the next minute.
Okay. And I'm going to give you inspiration because that's hilarious. For using the crab, love it, love my crab. And then what I want you to do is first do a acrobatics check to get into position, and then make a dex save to time it right.
Let me check one thing.
Mm-hmm.
Can
If you have
I
anything that helps that,
can I
sure.
do athletics instead?
Sure.
Because that's for jumping.
Yeah,
'Kay.
sure.
All right, then I'm gonna rage. So, first in athletics. Okay, so the better of those was 20 total.
Yep, you get right where you need to be, and then now it explodes.
So dex save.
The rest of your party is, since you've now seen it explode twice at a safe distance, and you need to make a dex save to time your jump into position correctly.
Okay, I get a 15, and I'm gonna add the guidance onto that.
Sounds good.
That is a D4.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Gosh, I love guidance. It's so good.
And I add 3, so that's a total of 18.
18. That is perfect, and you actually pull it off flawlessly with the flourish.
Awesome. So do I get all the way up to the next one, or only part way?
You're actually sort of in like a tunnel. It's about 6 feet. The floor is about 6 feet thick of rough stone.
Mm-hmm.
But you sort of hooked yourself onto the side using your goblin-y rock sense.
Okay, awesome. So I can get up to the next floor and then let the rope down?
Yes, you can continue climbing up.
Awesome. So I will set
just gonna-
myself up there. I will hook it in, the grappling hook, into anything, and then also I will hold the rope myself as well and let it down.
Okay, so as you get up there, you notice that it is lit in the room from 2 glowing mirrors. And that's about as much as you see before you go back down to grab your peeps.
Yeah, that's magic-y stuff. I'm not touching it till I get someone who's smart up here. Come on now!
All right, I grab onto the thing. Question: has it been 10 minutes, and is my detect magic still going?
No, it has not been 10 minutes.
All right, I climb up. With my detect magic sight still happening.
Illusion? Well, the mirrors are magic. Obviously, I don't have to tell you that. They're glowing mirrors. And it's illusions. They're illusions.
I throw a dagger through one of them.
Do you want to look at the mirror first?
Yes, I would like to
With
look at the
regular
mirror
eyes.
first. Yes.
Well, let's wait till everyone is up.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, I'm gonna climb up the rope and hopefully nothing bad happens to me.
All right.
So as you guys get in there, you can see this room is sort of lit with an ethereal glow from the glowing mirrors. It's the frames. They're sort of made of mithril, and they glow a faint blue. And in one of them, there is a reflection of the room that you're standing in, which is made of a pearly white tile, ceiling, floor, and wall. It is a reflection of that, including you, but surrounded around you in your reflection is piles and piles and piles of gold and jewels and fine clothes. And the other one is actually cracked.
Does
And it shows a cracked reflection, a normal reflection.
does Asha relay to us the magical properties of it?
Yeah, it's an illusion. It's not real.
It is an illusion,
no
or
shit.
it has illusions.
It is an illusion.
Nothing
That's
else?
rude.
It won't hurt me?
I don't detect any other kind of magic other than illusion.
Not really. No, not really.
Is it, I have one more question. How big is it? Is it like body mirror or hand mirror?
Body mirror, and they're huge.
Okay, so I
You
will.
could all stand in front of the mirror, and you could all see yourselves in the mirror together.
Can I look behind it? Or is it like.
Yes. No,
okay.
you can look behind it. They're standing up straight. I mean, it's just looks like a normal mirror behind it.
Okay, I wanted to be sure there was no like
it's mounted
viper
on
behind it or
velvet.
something that was gonna
No.
bite me. Okay. It's an illusion. I don't really care if it's not real gold.
Since been that real gold.
Yep. Just
Well, if one of
We
them's
could all-
broken, should we break the other one?
we could try. I was gonna throw a dagger at it to see if it's truly an illusion and if it goes through or not.
I will.
That's a really good idea. I'll be back over here. And back
I was about to
way
say I'm
up.
going to use Thazim as a blast shield.
I'm gonna throw my dagger from
At
20
which
feet
one?
away. The one that isn't broken. Just like the closest one that is 20 feet away from me. The one
Okay.
that has the gold and stuff in it.
Make an athletics check, or you can actually just do flat strength. You need to. I know you're not proficient with athletics, so.
I am proficient with athletics, and I would prefer to
Really?
do athletics. Yes.
I didn't know that. Okay,
Because
my bad.
I
Now look
only
like a
get
fool, but
minus
yeah, go
1 to
ahead and do it.
athletics as opposed to minus 3. That's a
Sure.
15.
You shatter the mirror.
All right. That settles that. It was
But
fake.
the magic is not gone.
I have worked with con men in the past who did illusion-y things. Don't active changes to illusions require the caster to actively change it?
Oh,
like-
right.
Doesn't somebody
the-
have to be like watching and make it do that?
That's true. The magic's not gone. Did my dagger like return, or did it go, or is it like gone?
No, it's not gone. I mean, you hit it as if it was a regular mirror. You hit it and it shattered.
Okay. There's
Alright.
still magic on the mirror. It's
Tick
still.
Tick wants to look all over the place hearing that. Just like see if there's someone being sneakier than him.
Okay. Nothing jumps out to you at a cursory glance, but you can make a investigation or perception.
With the advantage with the eye for detail.
Sure.
24.
It doesn't seem like anyone has been in this room in a very long time, and there's certainly not anyone else in here with you now.
There's no one else here.
So, just layout-wise, it's...
Oh, one more thing. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, but this is important. Sorry.
Bless you.
Before I forget, the mirror, the broken mirror, the floor, you notice the tile is a little more worn down in front of that one than in front of the other one. And you also notice the base of the mirror that has been recently shattered. You notice that one is a little bit more, the base is worn down. And then
So the base is worn down in front of both of them?
the floor is worn down in front of the previously shattered one, and the base is worn down in front of the one that Austin just shattered.
I got an idea.
Okay.
But first, so layout-wise, this is a circular room with a hole in the center of it.
Yes, like a donut.
Okay, and no other entrances or exits.
No.
Okay. Can I try to push the one we just shattered around?
Sure. That's going to be strength.
Do what's that?
Strength, please.
Okay.
The kitty here.
That should be 20 total.
Yes, you can move it. It's very heavy and it's going to be slow going, but you can push it around without tipping it over.
How is illusion heavy? Asha, explain it to me.
not sure.
Okay.
I'm not an illusionist. I'm
I'm
more
going-
of a light person.
I'm going to push this mirror so that it's right in front of the other one. So that they are, like, one in front of the other, so that the worn down part of the mirror is sitting in the worn out part of the floor.
So that is a good idea, but it doesn't actually do anything. You just have you have a cracked mirror reflecting the back of a shattered mirror since the glass part's fallen out.
Do you want me to fix the mirror?
Sure. I try to put my hand, like, through it, because if it's an illusion, I can pass my hand through them, right?
Which one?
Either one. Both.
Ow! Get out of here. Yeah, cat bit me. Okay, that hurt a lot. She's being very bad. Anyway, so you can actually touch the mirror and put your hand on it as if it was a real mirror.
Okay. Okay, here's a question. How tall is this mirror, and how wide or what is the diameter of the hole?
The diameter of the hole is approximately 1 mirror height.
Can I
There you
knock
go.
it over so that the mirror is facing towards the origin of the moonbeam thingy?
The moonbeam is just coming from this room, which is lit by the mirror. So that's why that was happening.
Oh.
So the mirror is the origin.
Okay, I don't know. Smart people, you take over. I'm gonna sit down.
Tick Tick is gonna hide in as much of a corner as possible,
Yeah, I'm getting out of the blast
looking
radius.
everywhere. He has reached the point of extreme paranoia.
I'm gonna, like, sit cross-legged in front of Tick Tick as, like, a small wall.
Kazim?
Sorry, everything froze, so like audio just like blah, 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 blah. So I have no idea what's going on.
Oh no, I was wondering where you went. So we are in a room. It's a circular room with pearly white tiles all over the walls and floor and ceiling. We have 2 mirrors, which are currently facing each other like this. One of them is shattered with no glass in it. It's just broken. The other one is cracked. They both have some sort of illusion magic on them, but they seem to be solid. You can touch them, you can move them. It's weird. And the rest of your party has now sit down in corners crying.
Oh, great. What can I do?
And I will point out that one of you came up with a pretty good idea, and then I think decided it wasn't a good idea and didn't do it.
I mean, I suggested to smash the other mirror, because I like smashing things.
Fire away!
So I'm just gonna take my rapier and whack at it real hard.
Okay, can you make a strength check? Or actually, you can make, since it's a rapier, you can make a melee attack.
Alright.
You probably want to use your dex.
Yes. Please be a good roll. It is a 4.
So you do try to hit at it, but your delicate weapon, which is more meant for targeted blows rather than brute strength, isn't able to shatter the glass.
Hey,
No,
Moira,
do it
king
like
of smashing
this.
things.
Hey, okay. I
No,
pull...
no, I got this. I got this.
Okay.
And Tick Tick's gonna take a shot at it.
Okay.
With a 9.
You actually managed to lodge an arrow directly into the crack that was already there.
Oh! Well, I tried.
I'm gonna pull out my beat
Go
up
retrieve
old
the arrow.
axe and try and hit it.
Okay, you can do that.
That's a total of 14.
You are able to shatter it.
Hey!
Hey.
How many of us does it take to break a mirror that isn't moving?
Okay. Those mirrors are wild.
There you go. Happy.
They are.
I'm
Alright, now
just
they're
gonna
both
go and sit
shattered,
down
and
again.
you have 2 broken mirrors, a circular room, and a hole.
Actually, can I pick up a shard, like a biggish piece of the one that reflects gold around?
Yes.
I could maybe get something out of this. I'm gonna hold on to that. But that's it. I'm gonna lay down.
What exactly? Tell me how exactly you're holding the shard. Like, what are you doing with it?
Like carefully, and then like wrap it up in some cloth, and stick it in my inventory.
And you do, as you do so, you do actually catch a glimpse on the shard of some gold.
Yeah.
It's still reflecting gold.
Actually, I'm gonna take it out and I'm gonna
Hold
like
on a
scrape it
second.
against the floor to round out the sharp edges of it, so I can handle it easier. And then I'm just gonna like stick it next to my head and just look around everywhere, and see if it might reveal something else. I'll look down the hole.
So actually, as you sort of scrape it against the ground, as you tilt it at an angle, a little bit of gold falls out of the shard.
Holy crap!
Ah.
Give me
I
now.
grab another piece.
It's real. It's real. What? How?
What?
So that is upside down in my inventory now.
Yeah, I mean, as you're sort of shaking it out. Oh, you got a hairball, baby? Yeah, she's got it. That's gross. So as you know, you can actually like shake gold out of it like a salt shaker.
Yeah, I'm
Interesting.
not stopping. I'm just sat down doing that. Okay, you guys figure out how to get out of here. I'm gonna do this.
I'm also going to grab a piece.
Yep,
Um,
shake it
So
out.
what's coming out of that is like gold. They're not coins, so it's not something you could take to a store. But you've got like rings and necklaces and
Ambiguous value is good.
pretty much, yeah, you've got jewelry.
Does
I'm
it
glad
also
you all
have...
are having fun, but this does not help us. Stop being
Um,
greedy and let's figure out a plan.
Does
You can
it
also hear bigger
have
stuff
illusion?
rattling around in there too, by the way. And Darren, what were you saying?
Well, first of all, I'd like to stick multiple shards together and then try and hold them together and shake them so the bigger stuff can fall out. But second of all, are the things that are falling out of them still magic?
Yes.
Are they illusory?
Yes.
I can sell fake stuff.
I don't know how long it'll last.
Well, if it doesn't work, no big loss.
That's true.
I don't know how to get out of here anyway.
All right, I'd like to look around the room. Oh, well, when I put the shards together, did a larger thing fall out?
Are you picking which mirror are you picking shards up from?
The one that had gold and stuff in it.
Okay, yeah, yes, you get cups and stuff.
All right. After shaking out a few cups and realizing that they're still illusions, I leave the cups in my inventory.
Okay.
And
If you took, let's say you took 3 cups,
Yeah.
they're worth 25 gold each.
I'm gonna pick up shards from the other mirror and try to shake something out of that to see if anything at all.
Actually, nothing comes out of those. But it is showing, as you put some larger pieces, it is showing a weird reflection. You can see, maybe your face, a part of you. But behind you is not the white tile. It's actually dark, like it's nighttime.
Can I use it to just look around this entire room to see if there's anything? It's just like it's pitch black though, right?
You can see a little bit of light, and as you tilt it around to sort of get a better image of what it's reflecting, it looks like there are some lamps, like it was a dark street.
Can I go over to where the lamps would be and try to like feel them in this room?
You actually hit wall.
Tick Tick is gonna like go over to a larger piece of the not illusion glass and try and like
They're both
just, like-
illusions. So
Oh,
you got
okay.
the gold one and the street one.
okay, the street one and like touch it. Like putting a hand on it.
Like this?
Yeah. Just like or it's like on the ground and goes like
goes
boop, boop,
through.
boop. Ah!
Okay, Asha. You
Yep.
can fix, right?
I'm looking at my spell list, and I don't know mending. I thought I did, but I don't.
Let's just put him together anyway.
Yeah.
Put it all together.
Anybody got glue?
No.
Can
You
I
take
make
any?
glue out of a crab?
Stop with the crap!
Theoretically.
Oh dear.
Good, yes.
I mean, you could like smash it and like hope its organs are sticky.
Oh.
Hold on.
Can't we just put the pieces together on the floor like a puzzle and just sort of jump through like some weird chalk zone shit? Instead of killing the crab.
Oh, we can attach the grappling hook to the edge of the thing there and go in that way. Yeah.
Alright, I just start piecing together the not gold illusion.
So can I gently, with that 20 I got before on strength, gently tip that one over so it's laying down? So it'll be way easier
with the
to...
what? Sorry?
So the 20 strength I got before, can I use that to tip the not gold one over so that it's laying on its back? Because else it'll be impossible if you
Yeah,
put
like
something
the
up, it'll
frame?
fall down. Yeah. So
Yes,
lay it down so we can
absolutely.
reassemble it
Mhm.
on a flat surface.
And before I forget, you actually got, with your various trinkets you were pouring out like a salt shaker, about 600 gold in stuff.
Okay, good.
So what would it be to put it all back together? Sleight of hand? Insight?
You actually don't need to even put it together like a puzzle.
Okay.
As you lay the pieces just sort of like together, it makes the picture no matter what order it goes in.
Magic.
Alright,
What kind
so
of picture is it making?
You're looking out onto a moonlit street with some lamps lit across it, and some shadowy doorways across from you, across the street.
All right.
So I make a hole big enough and then I dive in.
Okay.
I cast guidance on you before you fall.
All right. So you actually so you jump down like this,
Mhm.
and then you fall.
Yep, I figured that was gonna happen.
You fall as it sort of corrects, and you come out of another mirror which is intact, and then you're actually sort of, as you get up, there's a glass window in front of you, and you are in what appears to be a shop window inside.
I'm gonna crawl through so that I don't have to deal with that weird gravity stuff. Just crawl across the bottom.
Okay.
Can I see them on the other side now?
Mm-hmm.
So we are inside, like essentially like a front store display.
Yes.
Okay, I smash that open with my axe.
The window.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm,
Yeah,
I'm
it's
going
smashed.
to wave to them. Can you see me? Can you hear me?
I'm gonna reach back through and pull him through.
Okay. And it's
I
a little
follow suit.
disorienting because what you're seeing is a reflection of yourself as if you were standing on the other side. But like, also like, so it's like he's with you, like you're grabbing like someone standing next to you, just for a mental image. But you can still do it. So yeah, now you guys are all inside this. You're sort of inside what looks like a curio shop. You've got the big mirror, of course, that you just came through. A bunch of other like random magic crap neatly displayed in front of the smashed window.
Actually, I'll put it off. I thought we were like, yeah, no, I misunderstood. I'll put off smashing the window. I'll probably do it in a minute. But
Okay, yeah, we're good.
first, I have stuff to steal.
There's also like a real door too, leading outside.
So
We should
it's
probably
dark,
just
it's
use the
nighttime.
door.
Is this shop occupied by a shopkeeper?
Can look around.
Tick tick, eyes, your eyes.
I can do that. Looking around.
Yeah, actually, you see. Do you have dark vision? You're a goblin.
Everyone except
yes.
Asha.
Yeah. Okay. Everyone except Asha. Actually, as you look around, you see a person in a big armchair, slumped over asleep. A vampire.
Stuff.
How about we don't stuff and we get out of here before this guy wakes up?
Tick Tick is going to hide in the shadows.
Do I see an open or closed sign?
There's a if you look in the door, you see open, which means the other side says closed.
Okay. Can the door be easily unlocked from the inside?
You can test that. But yes, it does have a lock.
So yeah, I try to like turn the lock to undo it from the inside.
It does, and it makes a very loud click.
It at the single like loud noise, I just twist the door handle, leap out into the street.
Iron.
Okay.
I'm after him.
All right, so you guys are now in a street. And Tazim, actually, you recognize exactly who you are. You are in the great city of Malakir.
Oh, balls.
You're actually in the classroom. This place is pretty swanky. You can see tall buildings on either side of you with ornate facades. A beautiful moon is shining overhead. The streets are neatly cobbled, and things are very quiet.
Okay, even if this is real, we need to get the hell out of here.
Okay.
Okay, wow.
Because
bad?
vampires.
I don't like this.
I whisper to Tick Tick, don't tell her.
That's not just. Okay,
I know I'm a vampire. I'm aware. Thank you. I do not like it. Let's leave, please.
I thought you were a vampire, not a rare.
Hey.
If you weren't
I
so
got jokes.
adorable,
Let's
I'd
go.
kill.
Oh, I'm adorable.
The crab laughs.
Which way then?
I don't know.
You're
I've
the
never been here
expert.
before.
Yeah,
I've never really been here before of my own free will, so I don't know.
that's awkward.
Asha, you know where to go, right?
No, I've never been here in my life.
I got it. Follow me.
So where?
Yeah, to where?
Are
Once
there-
I've been somewhere, I can remember how to.
Is
Never
there a
heard.
manhole cover anywhere?
A what now?
Manhole cover.
Manhole cover. You can percept or investigate.
Tick Tick.
I got it.
Save me.
24.
Yeah, with a 24, does Tick Tick see a manhole cover anywhere?
No. And you actually smell the results of that. In that this is a place where there's no gutters or anything, and people go to the bathroom less, but when they do, they dump it out their window into the street, and it stays there.
Lovely.
Okay.
Okay, no, we
So
go
no,
this
there's no
way.
gutters, there's no manholes, there's no.
Tick Tick is gonna try and like figure out the direction to go, like maybe using insight to be like,
So,
oh,
Okay.
does this run north or south, east or west, or
if-
looking around for
yes.
gates or like big signal fires or whatever.
if the vampire is scared, then let's assume every single person here wants to kill us. And avoid
all.
everyone.
25 insight.
So you can tell that one side of the street. Well, you can tell these are done in square blocks. And you can tell when you go one direction, things seem to be getting a little bit nicer. Maybe heading into, like a downtown area, a nice, shopping area. Where the other one is going towards a residential area. Or you could turn a corner and you can't really see what's around that corner, but you would assume that means that, whichever direction this one is heading towards the center of town, whereas the other one is going further out. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it's laid out. It's laid out in a grid system, like a city grid system,
Yes.
like Philly or something like that.
Yes.
Not DC.
Can I find a scrap of like cloth anywhere in like the rubble of the dirty city?
You mean like dig through the poop piles?
I mean, hopefully not, but like.
I mean, if you really need cloth, I can just rip some off.
Pretty much what you have there.
Okay, what I want to do is burn a little bit of cloth, mix it with a little bit of water, and cover it all over you, Asha, because you practically glow in the dark. Like, you are so pale, have I told you that?
I'm pretty sure vampires are similarly pale, just slightly more blue.
Yes.
Yeah, but you don't have like
fit
the
in.
cool-looking markings.
And the
Yeah, I
spikes.
do. I've
Like
got
the zoom.
tattoos.
Oh, no, you're fine then. I'm sure they won't notice at all.
Okay, if
They'll
you see
smell
someone,
you
go.
from a mile away.
Okay, I don't know.
Maybe
I can
if
just
we
put up
act
a
like we're supposed to
cloak.
be here, we'll be fine. Right? Right, yeah.
I just
It'll
put
work.
my cloak, my hood up, and cuddle
Okay.
up.
Now you look like a burglar.
Okay, well, if you guys get mobbed by vampires, we're just gonna climb the walls and hide. I guarantee it.
What do you mean, you guys? I'm the safest one out of any of us here. You're all screwed unless we get out of here.
Where are your slaves? Is our cover.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
really not comfortable with that.
It's a lie.
It's a
I
lie.
don't
We're
like
not actually
lying.
slaves.
How are you still alive?
I technically kind of not.
Well, that would be
That's a
why.
good point.
I'll lie to get us out of here, but don't ask me to do it again.
All right.
Okay. I won't ask you to do it again until it's important.
Thanks, Moirak. You're such a pal.
Go ahead.
I would count this as we even up for you stabbing me.
I feel like that wasn't entirely my fault, and that you're
Also,
really making a bigger
How
deal out
about
of this.
you also exploded the statue twice?
That's true.
So I think y'all are probably even. Just adding that.
Well, like I've been mentioning several times, he's not that bright.
Yeah. Okay. That's fair.
Okay. My apologies, and I will try to not bring this up again. But if it's the choice between death and life, I will lie all the time.
A lot.
I noticed.
Yeah, we're goblins.
Living is kind of important.
Yeah, I mean, I don't
Shine
know
is
about
more
you.
important. But living is good too.
Alright, let's just start heading in a direction, and hopefully we'll find something.
Yes,
I mean, it's-
master.
So with
Oh,
so
that's
with the
creepy.
25 insight, what does he got for like right direction?
Well, I mean, I was telling you, it depends on what you
Oh,
want.
okay.
For like a business type area, that's one way. We'll say north. If you're looking for like a more residential area, that'll be south. And you can sort of tell things are more spread out as you go south, and they're going to be more clustered as you go north. So you can pick which one of those you think is going to be better.
What about east and west?
That's actually going to be more of the same. It's sort of, like it's set up in squares, so it's sort of like a gradient.
Let's go south. Well, there's less places, but that means less people. And
It's
hopefully
also
they're
where the
all
people
asleep.
live.
I feel like if we head maybe north into the shops, we can A, spend the illusionary gold that we got, and B, maybe blend in by hiding in a crowd if there's a crowd. I don't know.
Do vampires like hang out at night? Do they stay active? The same.
I feel like that's a stereotype. It's not like I really know much about vampires since I actively go out of my way to not be around them.
Well, I know even less than you do, so like you're the
Mhm.
expert.
That's a sad, sad fact.
I agree.
But a fact nonetheless.
Let's just head north. I don't think residential's a good idea.
Yes.
Okay.
So which one are you doing?
To
North.
the shopping
Okay.
district, I guess.
Because if
So
things
you-
are closed, that does make more sense.
And shops should be closer to import export area, which means closer to out of the city, which is what we're going for, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
doesn't matter, sir.
The cat, since I've squirted her twice since we've been here, like, anyway, she's just so mad. So as you guys head north, down this quaint little street, things actually start to get a little bit brighter as the street lamps are closer together, and the blocks are smaller. There's actually a bit of a ruckus ahead. You can hear the sound of a crowd of voices. They sound happy, as opposed to people yelling type thing. And that's sort of around the corner. And that's what you can also see a lot of lights coming that way.
Nope. Go down a side alley to avoid it.
Hide.
People are bad in this specific instance.
Why only this specific instance?
Yeah.
Sometimes they're helpful. Sometimes you can't do something on your own.
That's awfully touching and nice, but I actually think maybe we should investigate. It doesn't sound dangerous. Maybe, at least for me, I'll go take a look and see if we can find a way around it.
Take the one with the eyes.
Come on, eyes, let's go.
What? No.
Come on.
Mm-mm. Nope.
Fine, I'll go by myself. So I'm gonna go towards the noise of happiness. I hope it's happiness.
I'm going to draw my sword to be like ready to sprint in if something goes wrong.
Okay. So
Take
you
this
actually
as
round the
hiding in the
corner.
dark.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm staying in the dark, but
Um,
just with my weapon ready to sprint in and help.
So those of you that rounded the corner, you sort of exited out of what actually where you were skulking around, and you get into a larger sort of boulevard, and you can see at the end of this, this strip here is a massive, beautiful building. It's fully lit. There's a large crowd outside with fountains. It's got a very lush garden, which is out of place with this sort of, like the dankness of the mire that you came from, and the fact that there wasn't really any, any gardening that you passed before. The only trees you saw were sort of dead marsh trees, the occasional dead marsh tree in the city, and not much else. You can see a large crowd gathered outside, people heading, going inside in ornate costumes. It's evidently some big party going on inside there.
Alright, I'm gonna walk up to the nearest. Can I tell if they're like all vampires or is it like a mix
yes.
of kind of people?
No, it's all vampires.
Alright,
And they're all
cool.
in super fancy costumes.
alright. Totally fit in. So I'm gonna walk up to the nearest person and be like, "Hi, excuse me. I know this is a very strange question. I'm new in town. Could you direct me to get out of town?"
The woman that you walk up to, she's got full face of makeup, giant carapace hat, and a flowing ball gown, and she says, "Ugh, get lost, peasant."
I'm not a peasant. I'm an entertainer.
Clearly, you don't belong here.
Exactly. So point me in the
believe your
direction to
kind,
leave.
We're down in the water. So why don't you go jump in? And what you probably would recall from a cursory knowledge of vampires is that the Get district, which is a big forest district, floods pretty often, and it's pretty close to the bog. So
I'll have you know, I am part of House Amevra. Thank you. I hope I'm saying that right.
Oh, I'm sure. She actually walks off, and there's some bouncers, and she's actually does like this, motioning towards you. She's getting a bouncer.
Oh, really? Fucking
Yes.
rude.
She's like ancient too. She got like jerky face.
Yeah, well, you're ugly too, and so's your mom. And then I run away.
Yeah. So actually, the bouncer's gonna come after you.
Shit.
Yeah. No, the bouncer's gonna run after you.
Alright, I'm gonna book it and try to hide in the alleyway with my friends.
Roll stealth.
Okay, this is gonna go really well based on how tonight has gone so far. Please be good. 13.
You're sort of able to dip away. The bouncer pretty much just gives up. Is assumed that you run off. The uncultured swine that you are.
What does her do?
That lady, she thinks I'm part of House Get. Can you believe that? Can you believe that shit? The nerve.
Do you want me to set her dress on fire?
No. Low profile. That was no help. You guys want to go crash the party just to piss everyone off?
No.
That sounds like a lot.
That sounds lucrative.
It sounds
Probably-
dangerous.
Yeah.
You're
we'll
the
probably
one that
get-
said this is like a super dangerous city for us.
Well,
Why would
for
we want to
you
go to
guys.
like a big old... Yeah! No, this is a terrible idea.
I mean,
They're
what if
so
I just
fancy, and I hate their fancy, stupid faces and their damn masquerade balls.
what if I just spill over a bunch of alcohol and set it all on fire, and then we run away?
To be honest, I don't think we can even get in. Let's just keep going.
Tick tick.
Hmm?
She said you couldn't possibly get in, no matter how hard you tried.
That's
Okay.
not what I said.
I mean, I could, but I don't want to try. I'm not dumb!
That was good.
Okay, I'm just trying.
It was
Sounds
worth
like
a try.
You go to the party.
So what's the plan, Master?
Please stop calling me that, and let us just keep walking, and hopefully we'll find something, anything, to get us out of this city.
Okay.
Okay, we could climb and get a high point to actually just see which way to go.
Good idea.
That would actually
Actually-
probably be on top of this building here. It's pretty tall.
Oh dear.
We can do that.
If we can
Yep,
get close
sure
enough,
can.
there's a lot
I'll
of,
help with the climbing, and eyes will do with the looking.
Yep.
Yeah?
I've
Yep,
still
yep.
got the grappling hook and rope.
Wonderful. Here, let me borrow.
Teamwork makes the dream work.
Oh dear.
So as you guys are sort of planning here in the shadows, a large rat with red eyes runs past you and sort of looks up, sort of inquisitively,
Shoot it.
and
I chop
scampers
its
off.
head off as soon as I
Nope.
see it.
Roll.
Nope,
initiative.
definitely. Yeah.
Just you.
Roll initiative.
Would I not be able to get a shot off on it?
Anybody who's gonna try and kill the rat can roll initiative.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try and grab the rat, not kill it.
That
Still
works
same
too.
thing.
13.
And 17.
All right, I'm
And-
using my 20.
I rolled a 21. Yeah.
Steam goes first.
What now?
Okay, yeah, you're first. You get an action in on the rat.
All right, I try to grab him.
It's vampire spy.
Make a attack.
That's how that works, right?
Maybe I'll just give him like a giant AC.
Okay, so guess can I actually try to grab him if I don't have grapple, or is that like a thing I can do?
Yeah, it's fine. No, I was just gonna have you do a melee attack.
Oh, okay. So let's see.
You can
So
use
that
Dex
is,
if you want. Say it's got
that
finesse.
Is gonna be 20.
Okay,
I
you
know.
catch the rat.
Yeah. I'm gonna look at Death the eyes and be like, "Talk! I know you can talk. All these things can talk." I'm slowly losing my mind.
He goes squeak.
Let's ask the crab for advice. Maybe it knows what's up.
So as you look down at the rat, you notice that he has no teeth, and he's going.
I love it immediately.
And he's got red eyes that are like facing like this.
Let me hold on to it for you, cause else it'll get out of your grip.
Fine. I hand him the rat.
I'm
Because this
holding
is a
it
genius
like
idea.
death grip. And if it like tries to bite me or anything, I break its neck.
It has no teeth. How's it gonna bite you?
Even so, like if it's
What's it
nasty, I'm
gonna
gonna
do?
snap
Vampires
its neck.
It can gum you to death.
Mm-hmm. Rat gums.
Okay.
So he just kind of goes like,
All right. So this is now Templeton 2.
You've doomed it to die.
No, I have not. The crab's still alive.
somehow. Mostly from me making it immune to everything, but
I'm gonna like throw this at stuff too, but like with a string attached to it, so I can pull it back.
yeah. So yeah, good luck, because the animals are all immune to bullshit.
Yo, bullshit immunity is a powerful ability.
Anyway, so yeah, now you guys have a rat, a derpy one.
Okay.
Okay, so the rat doesn't talk. We have a talking crab. We're in a city full of blood-sucking monsters that want to kill us and or be rude to us. And we have no
Which
idea
is
where
even
we're
worse.
You guys were in the middle of coming up with some heist to get on
Right.
top of the big fancy building.
going. Right.
Yeah, here's the grappling hook and rope.
Plan Z. Let's
How
do
do you
it.
get over there?
I'm going to go and cause a distraction
I'm going to see.
by loudly playing the hurdy-gurdy out of tune against against all my natural musician's instincts. I'm just gonna play really obnoxious like covers of Smash Mouth songs.
Roll performance.
Somebody once told me.
Oh, I have rolled a non-natural 20 on a stealth check to try to just sneak
That
across the street.
is a
Um,
23 for performance.
So Darren, your 20 actually doesn't really get you much. You're not noticed, but you can't really find an opening yet.
Ah.
But let's resolve the performance first. But you're not
Okay.
seen yet, so you are in stealth. So
Okay.
what was your performance roll?
23.
Okay,
Nice.
so you're trying to play bad, so that's good. So yeah, you go out in there and you play some really bad tunes, and the bouncer, the one who ran you off, is actually back with friends. And the three of them come up to you and say, "You don't want to be here tonight."
Why is that?
Well, clearly you're not a performer. And you have tickets.
Tickets? No, must have lost him in the mail, I'm afraid.
I'll bet you did. Do you have a patron here tonight?
Well, pretty sure my patron's a little dead.
How clever. You should go home. We don't need any trouble here tonight.
Look, how about I slide you like a 20 and you just let me in?
I think if you had the money for a bribe, you could have bought an outfit good enough to get you inside. They'll take one look at you and chew you up, spit you out. I told you you don't want to be here tonight. I'm not trying to get you hurt. In fact, I'm doing you a favor.
That's the nicest way anyone's been rude to me today. Have a fucking lovely evening. And then I just walk away.
And they kind of laugh at you. I mean, they think you're like a idiot.
I pretty much am, let's be honest here.
I mean, yeah, you're like a weird, like dirty person.
I am not
Actually,
dirty. I
what-
take good care of
You
myself.
guys just
damn
did
it.
a dungeon.
I
And you
know,
haven't even
but,
taken a rest yet. So yeah,
We rested a little bit.
you were exploded twice.
That is very fair.
You're at like 9 hit points.
Yeah, you're probably like covered in like ash. And,
Okay. So I
So,
walk back to the
yes.
group. That did not work. I don't like being here. They make me feel bad about myself, and I really would like to leave.
Tick tick. Do you see any openings?
Let's take a look.
and the reason that you can't really find an opening, by the way, is just there's too. There are so many people here tonight, and they are everywhere. They're basically crawling out of the trees. So yes.
How about we go a couple streets over and then try this?
Yeah.
Please
Sure.
do. I don't want to be
Let's
here
go
anymore.
farther where there's less people. Yeah, let's go.
Fine.
Okay, so yeah, you guys can go a couple blocks over. It is much quieter over here. This is more closed shops. They're pretty fancy though. These are like clothing boutiques, hat shops, shoe stores, things of that nature. But you're unseen.
You know, with all these fancy clothes, you could get into the party.
I don't.
Which is still a terrible idea.
So then let's not and say we did. Climb up onto the roof of one of these buildings and let's get out of
Okay.
here.
That works. Moira?
Okay. I will. I guess roll athletics for climbing.
Okay, do it.
That is 23.
Okay, yeah, you can get up on top of the building, climbing up the, just the various surfaces of windowsills and things.
Okay, and I'll set the
Um,
grappling hook for Tick Tick to follow.
Oh,
Okay. Everybody who's going to climb up, since it is pretty high up there, you can make an athletics check with advantage.
Cool.
Alright.
Excellent.
That's a 4.
15.
Oh wait, with advantage though.
Yeah.
That's a 6.
which check again?
Athletics.
Athletics with advantage.
Nat 20. Which knocks
Nice.
it down to an 18, but still, I'll take a nat 20.
So you, with your nat 20, actually managed to catch the Zine as she falls, and you're all able to get up.
No, no. This way.
Nice catch.
Not that way. This way.
Thank you, Tick Tick.
Nice catch.
Thank you. How'd I do that?
Do I weigh like anything to you?
I imagine it was like you guys were like on the road, and then you started like sliding down, and Tick Tick.
Just like pushes you.
Yeah.
I was basically
That's what I
I
was
mean,
thinking.
he's tiny. He weighs what? 43 pounds?
Look, if the wind
He's
blows
old.
too hard, Thazim's gonna fall over, okay?
He's got a
stick.
strength of 6. Yeah.
Oh, okay, well, I mean, I guess that's fair.
Yeah. Strength, not his thing.
You're stronger than Asha.
Strength of stupidity.
It,
If
No,
you don't know you
wisdom.
can't do something, you
Wisdom.
do it. Anyway,
smart
so,
enough
yeah,
to
you guys-
figure out how to like arrest movement by positioning hands and stuff. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Smarter,
And-
not harder.
So you guys are now all up on top of
Thank you.
the building. It's got a kind of gabled roof. Isn't that what that's called?
Steeple.
Steepled. Yes. And you can see, all the other rooftops of various heights. Most of them fairly similar, except for, of course, that big fancy castle that you pass. You can also see an even bigger castle further in town. You can see, actually, you can see from this height. You can see because we're sort of towards the center. I'll let you know sort of how this is arranged. You're on a rather large hill. The whole city is arranged like that, and you are almost at the very center. So you can see the downward slope of the whole rest of the city, and past that you can see the swampy mire and a tree line past that.
So, swampy mire.
You can also see on one side there is water. I should probably mention that. There's a port in an ocean.
Do we want to go sailing, or do we want to go trooping through the bog?
What are we even doing anymore?
Well, we were originally going to find artifacts in the mine thing.
And then some lady said that he was evil, and that we needed to kill him.
My
and that
personal
we needed to
philosophy
save the elves, and it just.
My
What are we
personal
doing?
philosophy, if you get more than 50 miles away from a problem, it's not your problem anymore.
I feel
So-
bad, but there was really only one elf I ever cared about, so I don't know if I'm really invested in this.
Yeah, I think, you know what, I'm almost willing to just stay here, swear myself to a vampire house, and, I don't know, kill people for a living. I'm really tired of marching through boggy random places. Stability might be nice.
There is no stability here. You are going to get eaten like a snack pack. You are a Lunchable to these people.
Oh.
You are a Capri Sun
Hmm.
with skin.
It's a
Alright.
Capri Sun.
Take inspiration.
Sweet.
That was really funny.
But what if I stab back? What if I breathe fire at them? I can do this kind of cool, like, alcohol fire breathing trick. Does that...
Okay, first of all, these are a group of people that can rude you to death. So you know what? I say we get on a boat and we go try to find somewhere else.
Someplace
away
that no
from
one's discovered
vampires.
yet, so we could just be away from all these crazy people?
Yeah, let's go Gilligan's Island on this.
Yes,
okay?
let's do
just
that.
go.
I mean, just saying, you give me a few minutes in a room with them, and I'll make them all like probably run off cliffs just by pointing out all their deepest flaws.
They don't care. They are
Oh,
so
no.
vain. They don't have flaws.
Oh, it can be a flaw to be too vain. It's useful.
They do not think that. These things are monsters that'll just take you away from your home and use you as some plaything and then dump you and leave you for dead in the middle of a swamp where you have no idea where you are.
Sounds like we got
This
some
sounds like
backstory there.
projecting a little bit.
I'm not projecting. Let's go get on a boat.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, boat.
Where would we take the boat to?
I don't know, anywhere but here, somewhere where there aren't problems.
Because I've got vested interest in staying in this general area. Not here specifically, but I've seen some things that have made me think that something terrible's coming. And I think that running away to somewhere that it isn't going to help.
Well, let's figure out where we're gonna drop you off once we're on the boat.
Alright.
I mean, or at least, like, figure out where we're going, but let's just not be here. As far as everything I've been told, you know, it sounds like a pretty
No,
nasty
definitely
place.
I don't want to be in Malak.
Yeah, okay. Is everybody happy with this decision?
I am
Sure.
all for
Okay.
not being here anymore.
Okay, let's do that.
So you guys are heading towards the dock. It's a pretty good walk, but you sort of have your bearings now. Yes?
Sure.
Yes.
Okay. So you guys sort of get down back into ground level and start that way. Now, can I get a navigator?
Is what role is that for that?
That's going to be flat wisdom,
Meh.
Ah,
and somebody. I'm only going to make
what's
one
your wisdom?
do it for the whole party.
18. So plus
Mine's
4.
19, so we're about even.
Ah,
You can take it.
okay.
Yeah, wisdom's kind of my stat.
Can you help each other?
So,
Yeah, I can give you advantage if you want.
That's a good idea.
correct.
I will aid the roll.
21.
All right. So you are able to sort of successfully navigate your way out of this district. And you sort of start to cross over what looks like almost a mix between wilderness and city. There are trees growing up through the ground and sort of engulfing buildings, almost like the buildings are built around them. There is water running through the streets, and the streets run parallel to those streams. This one, people are actually in this area. People are out. You can see sort of shadowy figures moving in a similar way as you are, fleeing a certain direction. You can see lights on in windows, and this is certainly a much shabbier district. So yeah, and but you're not quite at the docks yet, but in the net areas.
All right. I have no idea where we are.
Do you want to
so...
take a break? It is almost 10 o'clock.
Yeah, I'd like to take
Yeah.
a break.
Let me set that up.
Okay.
And yeah, we'll be back in 5 to 10. And
Gotcha.
We're live.
Hello.
Howdy, howdy.
Hello. So I think we are all back, and you all have entered the next area in the town, in the city rather, the next district, clearly. It's a bit more rundown. It's more natural with the trees and streams sort of entwined into the architecture. And this is closer to the docks, so you still have a ways to go. This is a city-state, so it's rather large. And you started in the middle. So, what are we doing?
Stealth rolls? Yeah.
Hmm?
Stealth rolls, sorry. Because
Or are
I
we
don't
still
think we-
sneaky from
Are we
before?
stealthing?
yeah, I mean, just stealth our way all the way there till something stops us.
This is the plan.
I guess so.
All right. I have rolled a
Sneaky.
20.
I got a 20.
22.
What
I
do
got a
got?
6.
I beat the Zim, but not by much. I got an 11.
Okay, so you guys are stealthing. Correct.
Mhm.
And moving our way to the
So-
boat.
As you sort of head down towards this district, the streets are not laid out quite like the neat city blocks in the other district. It's a bit more winding, though you still maintain your bearings. And as you do, you almost trip over a small black cat with red eyes that you notice kind of following you as you drift through the alleys.
I know exactly the card
Is it
that you're
hungry?
calling to.
Does it want to eat the rat? Or the crab?
It also looks
Oh,
like
no.
it wants to eat your rat. Yes, that's correct.
The Zim, can I give it the rat?
At this point, I have no idea what's real anymore. Let's do it.
Okay,
Time is an
here.
illusion. We're all gonna die.
So you're giving him the rat.
Yeah, I chuck it at it. I'm not getting close to that thing.
Meh.
Like,
Well,
not hard, but like toss.
the cat is basically at your feet.
Oh, okay.
Meh.
Did you just drop it?
Yep.
Well, the rat screams as it is maimed and eaten
Awkward.
by the cat.
Nice cat.
So the cat then, after breaking its neck and pulling out its innards, sort of trots happily along with you with its prize.
All right, we traded one for another.
I guess.
Great.
Upgrade! I
We're
think.
just gonna keep adopting red-eyed animals at various levels by feeding it the previous red-eyed animal.
Maybe
So-
we can go all the way to a dragon.
Next we got a hawk, right?
I thought dog would probably.
So after you do this, a subtle but noticeable change comes over the street. You hear the sound of shutters closing, and the wind picks up. And as you look around, the shutters, nothing's moving. The leaves in the trees above you don't seem to be moving, but you can clearly hear wind, and you can hear shutters closing. Not fluttering in the wind, but being physically closed. The shutters above you are still open. There's no movement.
Hide? Seems like there's something coming through.
Yep. Hide.
Yep, have them.
7.
18. I'm gonna cast guidance on Thazim, which
Nat 20.
historically has needed aid.
What does that do exactly?
Add a 1d4 to your roll.
Alright.
Can I give advantage to everyone else if I stand out in the open to draw
Yes.
their eyes or
Yes.
whatever it
Yes,
is?
you can. That's fine. I like that.
Alright, I rolled a natural 20, actually, so I didn't need any of
You're
that.
gone.
You can
Well-
still hold on to it. The guidance.
Guidance lasts for 1 minute.
Oh well.
And Tick Tick also did a nat 20, so just vanish.
18.
We
Yes,
are the
really?
walls.
So cool. So you guys basically just disappear, and your friend is standing out in the road going,
Moira,
Um,
hide!
and
I'm tired of hiding.
you guessed correctly. And actually, somebody starts walking down the drifters and miscreants that you saw slinking around, including your party, have all disappeared as well. It's just this one man shrouded in a cloak, casually walking down the street.
Evening.
It is almost morning.
Oh, I don't know. It's dark-ish. He says evening. He doesn't know.
I like your cat.
Oh yeah, I just picked it up. You want it?
The cat actually sort of circles around his and drops the rat shoe, which he picks up in his hand, and he crushes it the rest of the way.
Why'd you do that?
He throws it. It's already dead.
Yeah, but now your hand's all gooey.
The other one's not much better. He actually, his other arm is covered in blood as well. Where have your associates gone?
I have a perception of like 2, so,
That's a shame. I am just looking forward to meeting them.
Yeah, they're not all they're cracked up to be.
Oh, I'm sure they're quite talented. My cats seem to take a shining to all of you.
Okay.
And why don't? Oh, here's the kitty. He says,
So in like
why don't you
from
come
the
back to-
shadows,
Yes.
Tick Tick is gonna do an insight check and see like if he's lying or anything like that with his ear for deceit. Oops, wait, sorry. That's not advantage. So that's a nat 1.
You can't see him. You don't know this is going on. You've actually completely just missed everything.
Oh, okay.
You were looking the other way. You
Oh,
blinked.
yeah, right.
Yeah. You
I'm
missed
going to very quietly cast Cure Wounds on myself because I've been at 4 hit points this whole time.
it. Okay. Very
So,
cool.
what can I help you with? Sir, madam, I'm not sure. I don't know, it's really dark.
I was looking forward to having you all over for dinner.
I'm sure.
For dinner, as my guest.
So, the thing is we really want to leave here. No offense to you, but we really want to go.
Oh, who can blame you? The city's been in turmoil. It's not exactly the safest place for a charming guy
Who, me?
like yourself.
Don't lie to me.
Yeah, he sort of is like
Don't worry about it.
guy. But if you need safe passage, I can get you through the marina.
Yeah, a guide sort of thing.
Well, you're heading towards the slave port.
Yes. Or the port, anyway. Yeah. Away.
Away from the
As
slave
a philosopher once told me, the best way to know where you're going is to know where you don't want to be. So, I know where I don't want to be. And that's here. So, yes, we're going to the port. I'll find my fellows eventually and drag them with us. Um, question: why was everyone hiding from you or whatever? Like, you know, and I like point up at the window shutters.
Well, they're still open. Nothing actually moved. It was just a sound.
What was that sound then of the shutters, and why is there no one around where there used to be people around?
It's an old city. People are afraid of actions taken by some of my associates. I have a warning for you, you could say. May concern some of the things you've seen
Okay.
and some of the people you've met.
Because other than my party, who I'm gonna try and find again, anyone I've met in the past few days, I'm gonna do my best to never meet again.
I think that would be wise.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
That wasn't the warning.
Oh. I'm listening then.
You need to come back with me and we can just over here. This will take more time to explain than I care to spend out in the cold.
We really want to get going.
Oh, then by all means, keep going. But not that way.
Why?
Ooh. You don't know where you're going?
We've never been here before.
Oh, what a shame. If only you had someone who knew the city.
I
At this
You
point,
sound like you've made up your mind, so by all means, head out to the...
at this point, I step out of the shadows and I ask, "Well, what's in it for you? What
I
do you possibly gain from helping us? Because we don't know really anything about you."
am looking for someone to carry a message out of the city.
Just a message?
Just a message. And
All
it's
right.
an easy one. In fact, I don't actually care who you deliver it.
All right. And you said you'd give us a dinner and a place to weather the night for a little bit?
Surely. And a passage out of the city.
I don't see why. And it does seem a little bit too good to be true. Basically, everyone we've talked to so far has seemingly easy deals have come with a price. Very unsavory price. Do we have to sign anything to you? Do we need to kill anyone to deliver the message?
You sound like you may have met my brother.
Your brother. What was your name again?
I go by the name Kalitas.
Ah,
I am a caretaker for the ground on which you stand.
Are you the brother of the guy with the crumbly hand?
You may need to be more specific.
Vampire?
Yes, that was a good guess. How'd you know?
Wants to sacrifice people to a magic spell?
Typically,
all right.
Yes. At
it's a
hearing
trick
his
question.
name,
I know where you've been. I know who you talk to, and I know who's talking.
At
I
hearing
know who
his
gave you
name,
the
I
map.
would step out of the shadows because would I recognize his name?
Yeah, you know who this is.
Mm,
He's a bad guy. To your knowledge, anyway.
I would definitely step out of the shadows and draw my sword and have it pointed at him.
All right.
Okay, I need you to make a wisdom save.
Oh dear, this is historically not gone well, but this can't. 2.
2. It actually flies out of your hand and down the street.
My sword.
He says, "Oh, no need to be hasty, darling."
That does exactly the opposite of diffuse the situation.
What is the message you want us to deliver?
Well, it's quite a lengthy bit of information.
There is no way I am trusting you. I've heard the stories about you.
Oh yes, there's stories, all right. Have you been to tonight's festivities? I imagine the stories abound there.
Well, I mean, we tried, sort of. They basically called me a hobo and kicked me out a lot, like a couple times.
That sounds like those people. Well, if it makes you feel any better, I did not receive an invitation either.
Yeah, I can imagine. 'Cause you're crazy. And a murderer.
Right.
So, I'm not necessarily sure that we are all in agreement about, but if we did, would we have your word and some sort of honor that you would not actively harm us while we were under your care, and you would not send anyone to harm us?
And you would trust the word of a vampire? I only trust one vampire.
I'm pretty good at intuiting whether or not someone's lying to me.
He says, I give you my word that while you are under my protection, as a guest of my home, you will come to no harm for me or my people.
I'd like to roll an
Tick
insight
Tick's
check.
gonna make another insight on that.
I rolled an 18.
That'll be a 26.
Noise.
Well, I mean, he's clearly not sharing some information with you. He's clearly really shifty. I think you picked that up without a roll. And he seems to be authentic in this promise. He does not have his fingers crossed behind his back. He does not have snakes coming out of his ears. So, yes, he passes your lie detector.
Well,
All right, Tick Tick sticks out of the house. All right, let's just go.
Well, I guess
So,
if sorry.
we going?
I guess if Tick Tick says it's alright.
It's not lying. It's shady. I don't like him, but it's not lying.
it'll give us a place to stay off for
Suspicious.
the night, and for the night only, I think.
He's actually already started walking away.
I'm gonna go and get my sword because someone who's a jerk threw it across the street.
I will gamely follow Kalitas. Oh, I don't like this.
Okay. Who's going?
I'm following at the very back of the party.
I guess I go.
Okay. So, as you guys all start to follow behind him, there's actually another gust of wind, or what sounds like it, as you are actually teleported away. And you appear
Okay.
in the entry hall of a incredibly rundown mansion. I mean, it is literally falling apart, with tree roots growing up out of the floor. Cats actually roaming around. You're met by a butler who takes you to the dining room. And it is a real dining room, despite your mental image you may have had of a vampire lord's dining room. There are no like bodies hanging upside down. It's a dining table with places set up, forks and knives and plates.
Well, this is inviting, I suppose.
Any more actions?
I,
So you're led. Were you going to do something?
no, I was. I guess I'll follow his like instructions to like sit down
Okay.
or whatever.
Yeah, you're led to seats. Kalitos takes his seat far down at the very end, and you are sort of at the other end. Very tall chairs, very pointy. They're dusty and covered in cobwebs as you sit down. They creak horribly. But the plates that are brought out are food.
Real
And,
quick, Castle Mac has raided with 26 people.
Hello.
They've joined the stream. Thank you very much, Castle Mac.
Hello.
Hello.
I'd like to check the food for poison.
Well, let me tell you actually first what you're just looking at is this is the most generic food that could be classified as food. It is possibly some sort of meat product, and then maybe like a green vegetable, but that's about all the details you can parse from what you're looking at.
I'd like to check it for poison.
The what?
Tick Tick is chomping away.
Medicine check?
Yeah, I'm just gonna eat
Yes.
it.
Okay.
14.
It just looks. It doesn't look like it's been tampered with. It just looks like it's.
All right,
And
I
it actually,
suppose.
as you taste it, so you will take a bite. It's actually delicious. It's some sort of poultry, like a slab of poultry, and the green vegetable is actually a really sweet, leafy deal, but it's really, really sweet and really watery.
All right. Well, I'm not dead yet, so I
damn
keep eating.
thing.
Yes, and you're dead, and you're not dead.
Oh,
That
wait.
was the wrong thing to say. You're not dead. And then you notice that your host is actually not eating.
Here's a question: what is the silverware made out of?
Silver.
Mine.
You expect a human heart?
What's that?
Did you expect a human heart?
No, I was asking whether it's silver, gold, or tin.
No, it's silver.
It's mine now.
You're gonna steal from the table?
Absolutely. Do I need to roll sleight of hand?
Sleight of hand?
That is total of 21.
Yes, you get away with that. You tuck some away. And then, so after you guys sort of shovel a few mouthfuls down, I assume you're pretty hungry since that grody underground temple. He says, I hope it's up to your standards.
It's better than the swill we've been eating in the tunnels.
Almost as good as
So-
rocks.
I'm definitely like not touching this food at all. I do not trust this guy one bit.
So
You go ahead.
going back to
Okay.
the message. What is the message?
Well, first, why don't you tell me about? You mentioned a temple.
It was
Aye.
a complete waste of time other than it put us here. Like, we didn't find anything, which was the reason we went there.
I believe your brother was looking for an alternative source of power to something he was doing. Alternative meaning not the souls and blood and life force of an entire village of people.
Oh,
And do you still have the statues with you?
We didn't mention any statues.
You mentioned it out in the street.
No.
we
No.
did?
No,
we
we did
really
not.
didn't.
Well, that's odd. I suppose you didn't find anything of value.
No, I suppose not.
Didn't find what we were
Tell
looking
us about
for.
these statues. What statues are you talking about?
Oh, I must have imagined it. I thought you mentioned.
Notes.
You guys can roll insight on that if you're looking.
No, I'm writing. I remember the statues.
Nope, I fail.
Who failed?
I totally. I mean, I. What is my insight? I think my insight is a 1 at best, or no, it's a 1 plus 6.
Yeah.
So no.
You're like, oh
19.
yeah, we did tell him, didn't we?
19 on insight.
You did not tell him nothing about the statues. You also didn't mention a temple to him. You didn't tell him anything.
How do you know about any of this? Clearly, you have some tricks up your sleeve.
When my brother's involved in certain things, I tend to hear about it. I have contacts in the South.
Then why don't you have them deliver your message?
They find it difficult to communicate things of that nature.
Things of what nature? What is?
He is actually petting a cat.
What's the message, though?
Well, I need you to find my brother. You can return to him and tell him that you were successful. That was not him, by the way. The man that you met was one of his agents. You're looking for the heart of the organization. And I just need you to deliver something to him.
And what is that thing?
He actually slides. He has to sort of throw it because the table's really long. He actually slides a fabric wrapped package to you, Asha.
I catch it very gingerly. Am I allowed to open it and look what's in it?
Well, you'll need to.
I look.
As you open it, it is a very sharp, very long. Well, it's a steak.
It's a steak.
Okay, here's another question. Why would we?
You will want to find him.
Why?
You haven't given us a reason why.
I know what you found in the temple.
I don't know what you're talking about. We found a lot of different bits of junk. Are you telling me that the crab we found is the avatar of a god or something? Like, being vague here.
I know you found the statues, and I know you took them. You did not unlock the curse, but you have stumbled into events many millennia in the making. Fortunately for you, you found yourself at the end of this particular. There is someone who claims to be searching for an end. The end that he seeks is not the end of the curse, but the end of the world. The only way to end it is with the end the curse, that is with his death. And as you have stumbled into it so eagerly, I assume you may want to be a part of that.
What curse?
He's actually gotten a little bit, as he's continuing on, getting a little bit more cryptic, talking about the end of things and the story and the tale. He's gotten really worked up.
Speak
Almost
plainly,
into
because
like
we
a
still don't
mystic,
care.
You say the end of all things. Say that I have seen the end of all things, or I've seen it coming. You really think that this will end it? This will stop it?
Yes.
Then I'm in.
He's the one who unlocked the secrets that were meant to be forgotten. He's the one who carries that burden now. If you end him, you end the curse.
And if we kill him, these secrets get locked away again?
That's correct.
What if he tries to spill the secrets to us?
He is capable, though it is against his nature.
No thanks.
I'm
Yeah,
in.
no.
Why shouldn't
No.
we just?
That sounds like the
Kill
kind of
both
thing that
of
gets you
you.
killed real quick. And I'm gonna live a long time. That's the plan. This does not sound like it helps.
I'm in. Who do I live? Where is the person that I need to deliver this to? How do I get there?
He has a base in the Akun mountain range. I can get you out of the city, and the rest of the journey is up to you.
Okay.
If you leave the city with me, he will send agents after you. So I'm going to get you passage through with an associate of mine.
Is this associate trustworthy?
No, but you don't have much choice.
Do we have any sort of insurance policy in case this associate double crosses us?
You have that and a demotion sword stake.
That's what I'd figured. I hold it up. I hold it up like cloth, like heft it.
Yep.
Don't spike. Do I need to know anything about this in particular? If I use it, is it going to explode?
No.
If I touch it with my bare hands, is it going to harm me?
Shouldn't.
Alright, I'm gonna keep it wrapped up then. I gingerly put it back on the table and continue eating and just sort of nod at him. I'm in to deliver it. What's the time frame that this needs to be delivered by?
He says, "Why don't you tell me?"
I don't know specifics. I just know that something terrible's coming. Something terrible's going to happen, and I'd like the world to continue existing.
So, Asha, why don't you look at your hand?
Oh shit! I look at my hand.
And you actually, your fingernails have begun to turn black.
Oh shit!
Come over here. We had an agreement.
Yeah. So I'd like to roll. Do I know how long I have?
No, not unless you roll for it.
I'd like to roll for it.
Okay.
What's
you
the
can
skill?
do medicine, please.
18.
Okay. You can tell with the rate that it is going. You've been gone from the city for maybe 3 days, and so this has happened over the course of 3 days. So you could maybe see the rate of spread at that pace.
If I cut it off, will it stop?
Are you asking me as the DM?
Yes. Yes.
I don't know.
Can I roll?
Yes, though you already have determined that you don't know.
I
don't know what good it would do you.
already determined that I don't know what you cut out at the end of the sentence.
Oh, you've already kind of determined that you don't much about this disease and how to cure it. You did the same role back in the town, and you didn't know anything. So
The person, the person in the town said that would stop it though, because they didn't have a hand.
So, well, that's what I'm saying is like when you rolled for it, you didn't learn anything. So,
Set your hand down on the table.
I put my hand down.
And I'll get up
Okay.
on the table. And I'm going to take my sword and cut off.
Wait, before you cut it off, I'm gonna ask. So it's a clock. If I cut off the hand, does the ticking?
you could go back and find the one-handed guy. Find out. You go back to the town and try it.
No time.
So,
I only need one hand to
true,
cast
you are a
spells.
cleric.
I have a shield, but that can be strapped to my arm.
Yes, and you do have a crab. The crab could grab on.
I can
Crab
use the
claw.
crab
Use the
as a
crab
hand.
as a hand. Huh.
You would in fact gain 2 new claw hands. So really, you're upgrading by 1.
Don't give him all the magic items. He's already got 2.
I'm gonna cut it off about
Yeah.
3 inches forward from the elbow.
Do it.
What with?
All right,
Just an attack roll or what?
I'm willing.
Yeah, you don't need to attack. You can just do it.
Okay, done.
Okay, it's flirting blood.
I cast Cure Wounds on myself at second level.
Okay.
To just to seal the wound.
Yeah, your flesh knits back together as if it healed. It still hurts like a bitch, but I mean,
Are there any
your
black
arm-
spots on the stump?
I'm going to make sure my hands are gloved and put some of that tainted, poisonous disease blood in a vial.
The blood?
Yes, just the blood.
Okay, sure. So now you're determining that the blood itself is tainted?
I don't know. Maybe like I
Okay.
swish around the fingernails where it's starting to get diseased in the blood, so that it's contaminated and cork it, and I've got that.
I thought your character was dumb.
He sees anything valuable. That's all he's good at.
Okay, cool. So you've now got like blood all over this formal dining table. So that's nice.
I'm sure it
your
has
host
blood
is
all the
not-
time.
Clenched at all, yeah.
I'm looking Kalitas in the eyes to prove my dedication.
He's actually quite impressed by that.
Power move.
Yeah, it was definitely a power move that he sees that.
All right. So, handedness notwithstanding, what is the timetable?
I would say you have months to find him, maybe less.
All right. You can get us out of the city. Where is this ferry going to land, and how far?
We can get you passage the nearest settlement here. That will be maybe the lighthouse.
Lighthouse. All right.
At Seagate.
And how far is that from Akum?
Oh, by boat, less than a week.
All right. Do you have a specific location for where your brother was waiting?
Well, I know he has a base camp.
And let me just
at the base
clarify.
of the Akum Mountains.
Base camp. Okay. And let me just clarify. Who's the person we need to be? Is it your brother?
Yes.
All
His
right.
name, he currently goes by Anawan. So if you ask about him at Seagate, I believe he went by a different name there.
All right. I'd like to do an insight check just to see if he's lying or not. If he just wants me to kill his brother, or if he genuinely believes this is going to stop the end of the world.
Yeah, okay.
19.
Okay, well, it's a little bit of column A, a little bit of column B, mostly column B, which is that he wants you to kill him. He really hates this guy, and he is clearly not telling you a fraction of the truth here.
When you say end of the world, what did you mean?
You are well-traveled. I assume you are familiar with the Royal.
Indeed.
Imagine that, but bigger.
Does that match up with my vision?
Oh, pretty much.
All right. That's enough for me to, at the very least, deliver, or at the very least, go visit Anawan.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe
Well,
not
the
necessarily
delivery
kill
would
him.
be, yeah.
Yeah, at the very least, visit. I distinctly remember, actually, he said that we didn't have to kill anyone to deliver his message. So he's full of hot bullshit.
Yeah. He also said he didn't have a target, if you remember. But yes.
I
He
needed to
said a
cut
lot
my
of
hand off
things in
anyway,
the
so.
conversation.
I'm not mad about cutting my hand off. I needed to anyway, so I would have cut the hand off anyway.
It was an extra one. Dead weight.
Speedrun. Optimizing my my carry capacity.
I guess. Well, wouldn't losing your hand decrease your carrying capacity? That's a good thing I don't keep
Depends.
track of that, so there we go. Too lazy. So, okay, we have
think
other
I've ever
people at the
played with
table
anyone
too. Do any other actions?
Good.
Can we sleep here or something?
Oh yes, no, he will give you quarters here. That's all he says about it, is that they're quarters.
Okay.
So would you guys like to retire and take a rest?
Yep.
Sure.
Would you guys, so you basically go to, it's got a little common area, it's got a bunch of books, and then it's got 3 bedrooms attached to it. And it's also got a little breakfast area. So are you just going to go ahead and take a long rest, or you want to have a group meeting or anything?
Long rest.
I need to rest.
Long rest.
Tick tick. Do this
Okay.
though. We're in the house of a vampire, and I'll set up a fake me, like with sheets and stuff in the bed,
Okay.
and then I'm gonna sleep under the bed.
Okay.
Smart.
Smart.
Same then.
Okay, so then I think with that, you sort of fall asleep in this creepy old mansion surrounded by vampires of dubious character who the perceptive members of your party can tell is definitely a untrustworthy figure who is, well, trying to get you to murder his brother for some reason. Despite that, the beds are comfortable. It's rather cozy, and there are extra quilts. Though one of you is sleeping on the
2.
2. How many do you have? Wait.
Tick tick
2
and
goblins?
Moirak are both sleeping underneath their beds
Oh, right.
instead of on their
I
No,
beds.
just
meant
got my
because-
hand cut off. I'm sleeping in a bed.
I meant because there's only 3 beds.
Oh.
Not for that reason.
We're
but
both
yes.
very small.
Yeah, we're both underneath the same bed, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay, sure. Bugs in a rug. And you also have the cat, who has followed you, and is presumably sleeping on top of your bed. and taking up the whole thing. And so you guys can level up.
Cool.
And I think with that, that's going to be our session for tonight. So how about it? Why don't we sign off?
If we want to go in order again, that would be Shan first.
I thought Capjack was first.
Oh, well, I was saying like reverse.
Oh,
order.
okay.
I meant,
Oh.
Okay.
I don't care.
I got it.
Just go.
Reversed it now.
So, I'm Shan, Channellogic across all the internet, and I play Thazim, the vampire bard, who is really not trusting this guy right now. I think something's fishy.
I'm Darren. I'm at DAVDaz1 on Twitter. And I have been playing Asha, the poor light cleric, who has just lost a hand, but she needed to lose it anyway. It was weighing her down. And she just wants to get out of here and also stop the end of the world, and she's willing to do anything to do it.
And I am Shogun, Shogun117 on Twitter, and I have been playing Moirock, the con artist, / barbarian.
And I'm Capjack, or at Captain J Cross on Twitter, and I've been playing Tick Tick the Goblin Rogue, the very, very paranoid.
And I am Jenny, and I am DMing the story for us. And most of these people don't know what happens in the Battle for Zendikar block, so don't tell them. And I think that's all I...
Yeah, and we are rating Charity Top. We'll be rating them in just 1 second.
Bye, internet.
Hi,
Thank
buddy.
you for coming.
Done. There we go.
Okay.